Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to Valorant news and loads to dive into today. Neon is simply ridiculously broken in the current state of Valorant, but also loads of roster updates in the North American region, especially what T1 are planning to do, and some drama certainly going down with Luminosity right now. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button, it's the best thing you can too. Tell this channel reach new people, and please do subscribe as well if you haven't yet already. Gonna hit 6k subs today, I can feel it. You know where the big red button is. Firstly, let's discuss this from Average Jonas last night. Thought this is incredible. This is being known as the SpaceX peak with well, it's just ridiculous to be honest what Neon's capable of right now. If you sprint and then slide into a wall, you can bounce off at a certain angle and just go at a ridiculous speed. This is I thought a kind of crazy way to use it here on Breeze, but there's been plenty of other players in a similar boat. You put up some sort of wall, like you know, flying around the corner of this Sage thing. There's so many spots you can do this. Now no, this has apparently been fixed and an update is being rolled out, but you gotta say, like, how is, you know, the thing is with sliding is in every single game where sliding is a mechanic, or at least you know, kind of coming from the Call of Duty scene, since sliding got added into the game, that's the mechanic that always is going to get broken somewhere or another. Like, you can see so many examples right here that George Geddes puts on the timeline of well, somewhere with Neon activating the sprint, sliding around a corner, hitting a wall, bouncing off it. I mean, look at this one for example, just flying all the way along the wall here. Like that'd be crazy for a retake, right? Imagine there was a smoke up there in heaven and you just kind of slid out the wall. Like just some of the crazy stuff you can do right here. So yes, this apparently is going to get fixed, but you do have to think that even if this gets fixed, maybe other things get noticed as well, because obviously it didn't take people very long to figure this out, that this was possible with Neon. So you would think that maybe someone else is going to figure something else out at some point, even if this one does get particularly fixed. So yes, Neon's broken right now. Well, she's apparently going to get fixed. Definitely interesting to see how she's been playing really the first couple of days here. Definitely has her pros and cons as an agent, and as Ryan says over at Game Designer really for Valorant, enjoy that Neon wall side while you can, because apparently this has been fixed and an update is going to roll out relatively soon. It's a bug, has been fixed, release for the fix is unknown. Whether that fully works, right, whether there is other things that can be done as well, I guess we'll see. But yeah, well, Neon's wall slide thing is not intentional, right, which I'm pretty sure everyone guessed as well. But again, interesting stuff, no doubt. Let's dive into some roster stuff then. So Redco from the Southeast Asian region, he's joining TSM as the head coach for TSMX. That's their female team. So congratulations. Interestingly enough, right, the fact that, you know, they're announcing this and the female team's all that and ready to go, but their main roster right has not yet been confirmed. We believe it's going to be Sabrosa, Wardell, Leviathan, Corey, and Rossi, but for some reason it's taken so long to announce this. So it's interesting, right? TSM's one of those rosters who've expected to kind of know what they're going to be for quite a long time, and still it seems like T1 and FaZe and 100 Thieves, right, all these other rumors are coming out before TSM even get to confirm what their roster is, which kind of strange, but I guess I'll keep you guys updated on that one over the coming days. This also because yesterday we described how potentially Virtus.pro were not looking to get involved in Valorant. Now it seems like they might have changed their mind on that to some degree, at least according to Bodog, because it seems like both Team Spirit and Virtus.pro are looking to trial rosters, looking to compete in the Challengers One Open qualifier in that kind of CIS region. Some, you know, interesting stuff. I guess these guys are back in business, definitely organizations that have done great things in the Counter-Strike side in very similar regions. This also from Arch tried kind of well, releasing a lineup for the upcoming CIS, VCT and VRL, where they, you know, Dimasek and the rest of the guys on this list. So this may be, you know, you could rumor this might be one of the organizations or one of the teams that those organizations in Spirit and Virtus.pro come through and try and pick up for their roster. So maybe something to keep your eyes on over the coming days. But let's dive into one of the main roster discussions of the day, and that was what T1 are up to. So we know right now they only have 3 players on their team. At least it was confirmed, I think, by Thwyfo a couple of weeks ago that it is just Steel, Thwyfo, and Curry that is their current 3 players on the roster. Now they're of course looking for a 4th and a 5th. Who are they going to get? Questions up in the air. Seems like T1 is set to sign Pwny to their active roster, formerly of the TSM Academy. We'll look at some of his stats here in just a couple of seconds. Automatic likely leaving to join Evil Geniuses over in Counter-Strike, and of course the rest of the roles very unclear. Skadoodle seemingly not practicing as part of their team right now. They're going to be looking for another player, it does indeed seem. So very interesting finally to bring this Pwny character into the team. Not someone that I've heard all that much about, but has been on the TSM Academy and had some pretty decent results. You can look at least statistically, he generally plays Jet, right? He's known for his kind of duelist play. So you could well imagine if they keep these roles the same. As George was saying, it's not so clear what roles they're actually going to use here for this roster. It's kind of up in the air, but he is generally a Jets player, so you'd think that maybe Jet, Neon, whatever is actually used in competitive, that's going to be the play for Pwny into this team. It makes a lot of sense, like at least in kind of KD, ADR, his stats have been pretty phenomenal with that agent over these last 60 days or so on the TSM Academy. Of course, playing lower tier opposition, situation, but definitely a player that's worth a chance, especially because just knowing Steel's pedigree as an in-game leader, when he gets the opportunity to play with like a young up-and-coming, really talented player who's actually going to listen to him, those are the players that he actually can mold into superstars. So I'm really excited for this opportunity here. Of course, at the same time, they've got to think what the rest of the roster is going to be. Who are they going to bring on as their final player? Because right now, Steel, Thwyfo, and Curry is still going to be there as the 3, plus potentially Pwny as the 4th. Skadoodle, not sure what's going on with him, but seemingly he's not in the roster anymore. And Automatic, of course, going back to Counter-Strike, we do believe. And of course, that leaves a 5th spot still to be determined. Now, I thought this was some quite interesting discussion really here on the Reddit as to some potential roles they might want to go with, especially because of one of the players talked about that we're going to mention here in just a couple of seconds that is currently on Luminosity Gaming. But yeah, Pwny is the duelist, as we discussed, Steel on the Sova, Thwyfo is the Sentinel, some question marks about what Curry might do, but yeah, just some talk I thought was kind of interesting, right, because Zachary, formerly of FaZe, not really clear where he's going to go right now, and Dre over at Luminosity, there's a lot of talk about where he might be out of that team, right, over these last couple of days. Seems like he's pretty frustrated about potentially being snaked behind his back, some talk about he wasn't a good teammate. We'll have a look at that in just a couple of seconds. Always two sides of the story on these issues, but I mean, yeah, maybe Dre is someone who can actually look out for smokes, right, if you wanted to bring him into T1. So it could be a potential option here, especially with Dre potentially not being part of Luminosity for all that long. We looked at this deleted tweet yesterday, of course, where he says, you know, you do everything for a team, some of them still try and go behind your back and ruin your career. Some people in this scene are different, so maybe on his way out of Luminosity, and especially when he follows up with this, apparently there was a rumor going around that I'm a bad teammate, which is a total lie, and if anyone has heard that, please DM me. I just want to know where that is coming from, because I talk to no one in this scene. So kind of a sad real final sentence here, but really interesting. This can happen, especially, I don't know, North American scene seems to be rife with this type of stuff in many esports, but yeah, maybe some of his former teammates or some of his current teammates going around, you know, behind his back saying to other players he's not a good teammate, don't pick him up, this type of stuff. Very frustrating, I'm sure, to hear that from his end. And again, what's that potentially going to do to affect future opportunities here? Like, you know, maybe it does affect his potential pickup to another roster. But again, lots of talk about this, right, and what's exactly going to go down with Dre going forwards. Is he going to get picked up to a team like T1? Like, what's going to go on here with Luminosity Gaming? Really interesting, but yeah, definitely some drama going on there, I guess, between LG and the rest of the guys behind the scenes as to how this whole situation transpired, where Dre's talking about some snakes within his own team and stuff like this. So really a strange situation, frankly. Some, well, drama in North American Valorant. We've never seen that before, right? Like, it seems to happen every single day at this point. But yeah, I do wonder what the next steps are for all of these individuals involved in this situation. Because, of course, well, Dre right now on Luminosity, this is the current roster they're going with, but well, certainly not set in stone, it seems, for the upcoming season. A Proto, I believe, has been linked to some other rosters as well. So yeah, potentially some of these guys are going to split apart. And of course, T1 still need a 5th player on their roster, as do 100 Thieves, interestingly enough, right? So yeah, very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this down in the comment section below. What's your thoughts on this whole like Neon situation? Even if this whole thing is getting fixed with Neon, the wall slide mechanic, like, you know, is it still possible that she's going to be broken in competitive play? Is it, well, that going to be one of the agents that Pwny might potentially use over at T1 if the duelist meta comes to fruition in that way? And just I thought this clip was kind of incredible here from Ethan, which, well, the gravity well comes through from Astra when the bomb is trying to get defused, and Ethan actually blocks the gravity well, pulling this player again away from the defuse, which, yeah, I thought was kind of incredible, frankly. Like a nice little, nice bit of teamwork, most certainly, as that, well, just manages to keep on the bomb long enough to defuse the spike. But very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hitting the like button tells the YouTube gods this is a good video, and as like you should see it as well, and help grow the competitive Valorant community. Thank you much as always, take care, and I will see you next time.